What's happening, people? Welcome to Music Monday. Music Monday it is, and we are going to jump ahead to this single that just came out last week. A tune I wrote called Who Are We? So what is this song about? Exactly what you think it would be about. Taking a hard look at yourself. So I was sitting in church one Sunday and our pastor Barry Giddens was talking about, a lot of times how people put on a happy face or some kind of front for how they're really feeling or how they're doing or even how they act or what they truly believe. They put on a show, they put on a mask, and it's not really who they are. So, he was questioning us, take a hard look at yourself and say, really, what kind of person are you when no one is watching, when no one's looking? Hit me like a brick in the face from the pulpit. So I went home that Sunday afternoon and I'd had this piece of music and I wrote this in about 5 minutes. It's not that long. And just listen to the lyrics. That's exactly what it's about. Sometimes, as Socrates said, the self-examined life is not worth living. So you got to take a hard look at yourself sometimes. Love that artwork that Damien did for this one with the guy looking in the mirror. And, here again, it's like so many times, especially on social media and stuff, it's always like there's this image of what you're showing you all this stuff. And that's not really what it is a lot of times. It's not. What somebody has or what somebody else is doing is not always better. Sometimes it's just, it's just made to look that way. So this is a cool tune. It's a very introspective tune. We've all felt this way, and sometimes we all have to take a long, hard look at the man in the mirror. So that's what this song's about. I love the way it came out. Guitar players, I got to show it's in C tuning. And then a capo. So it's an open C, and then you put a capo on the 3rd fret, so I guess this puts it in an A sharp, which is kind of a weird key. I don't know that I've ever written one in this key. And then it's got this beautiful picking part when you can pick it out. Guitar players, again, this one's kind of complicated, so if you want to, because you're not in standard tuning, so nothing's going to be the same. But I love some of the chords. Very pretty. John Mayer plays some absolutely beautiful guitar solos in the middle of this one and at the end. Pancha, our conga player, plays on the end, and that's his wife Tara singing the girls' part on this with me. And she did a killer job, really added a nice little touch to it at the end. So that's what we got for Music Monday. A killer. By all means, share this one. I want everybody to hear this one if you hadn't heard it. Tune I wrote called Who Are We? And as Paul Harvey would say, now you know the rest of the story. And you certainly do.